The video game industry is going insane. We're finding out the people who make and comment on games, well, they might be a little bit lame. DEI appears to be going the way of DIE, and they don't know what to say about that. They only know that they hate, they despise the patriarchy. Hello folks, welcome back to the channel that continues to explain entertainment, keeps you ahead of the culture curve, and indeed sometimes what we have to do, what we must do, is talk about gaming. That's why a gaming channel is on the way from the good folks of That Park Place. You'll see me on that channel soon, launching in June. Big name announcement on the way. Today though, we must get started with thatparkplace.com. If you're not yet bookmarked to the site, do so folks. It's a great place to be. This by John F. Trent. Kotaku senior editor Alyssa Mercante calls for mass reporting of Mark Kern over April Fool's joke and describes gamers and Elon Musk as misogynists. That's not because they give massages, by the way. Different thing. Totally different thing, folks. And who is Mark Kern? Well, Mark Kern is the man who had a significant part in making World of Warcraft come into the world. World of Warcraft, of course, one of the biggest games of all time at the time it came out. The biggest game of all time. It was a cultural phenomenon. Still is to this day. Mark Kern, the project lead over that, the team lead over that. So quite the big kahuna when it came to making sure you all got to go raiding and taking down Onyxia. Now, Kotaku senior editor Alyssa Mercante called for her followers to report former World of Warcraft team lead Mark Kern over an April Fool's joke. Take that, humor. Mark Kern, by the way, goes by Grums. You're going to see that over and over here. Grums is his online handle. On April 1st, Kern posted to X, "It is my pleasure to finally announce my wedding to Kotaku senior editor Alyssa Mercante. Everyone is invited," and this was accompanied with a save the date meme. Now, remember, folks, this happened on April 1st. We are 5 days removed. This is still in the news. You can see this beautiful wedding announcement. You can see Grums. You can see Mercante. Beautiful people. Beautiful. Look at that. They'll be happy. They'll be so happy. In a now deleted post, Mercante called for her followers to report Kern. She wrote on X, "Report this, please, and thank you." Apparently, she is not a fan of comedy on April Fools. Interestingly, Mercante did not appear to realize the post was an April Fool's joke, given she followed up her own now deleted post writing, "Save the date. Puts no date." You owned him there, Alyssa. Well played. After deleting the post, Mercante doubled down in a thread where she not only called for her followers to continue to report Kern, but described him, gamers, and even Elon Musk, the richest man in the world, as misogynists. She wrote, "Yes, what is happening to me and other women on this app is misogyny. It's tired, it's old, it's boring." Folks, question: if you thought that you were being treated unkindly and that folks like you were being treated unkindly every time you went to a particular establishment, would you continue going there, or would you maybe say, "They don't get my business"? Example, let's say that you went into Walmart, and let's say that the friendly little greeters there who welcome you into Walmart every day, maybe that they insult you and everybody like you as you come through the doors. I bet Target would soon be having your business, correct? So then why is it that these people who go on X, and they all said, of course, "We'll never come back. We'll never be back, Elon." Well, they're still there. They're still posting, and they won't go away. And they say it's a bad, awful, horrible place that treats them poorly, and yet they won't go away. What is it about these people? They love this. They're masochists, I tell you. Masochists, not misogynists. They're mad that I am comfortable in my sexuality, that I once made money off of it, that I'm openly queer and engaged to a man, so they do like this. Interesting that you would claim that they're mad that you monetized your body. Interesting. She continued, "They don't like that I clap back, that I post. It makes them angrier and angrier. So they resort to lower and lower levels of misogyny. As a woman on the internet, I've been training for this my entire life. Let's go." Folks, just a tip in life. You're going to come across people who tell you they're training for marathons, and that's cool. You're going to come across people who say that they're training to become the greatest player in some kind of game like chess or backgammon or who knows, even a video game. And that's still cool. If you've been training to take on online misogyny. That's not the thing you throw out for impressing people. Just a tip. They want their women to be virtually silent, over-sexualized dolls in video games. And she goes on to be less than appropriate. But listen, if you have monetized your own sexuality, then I don't think you get to hit back at people and claim that they want to monetize that same thing. That's bizarre. It's weird. Finally, she concluded, obviously, this app is owned by a man who did the exact same thing to AOC. So no, I don't expect reports to do anything but flood it anyway. So the woman is calling to flood the men with something interesting. Kern responded to Mercante's call to have her followers report him writing on X. Yesterday, a Kotaku reporter called for people to report my account for an April Fool's joke and get me canceled for it, just like they tried with Cabrutus Rambo. He continued, they tried to create a story in community notes, painting me as a harasser, and failed because it is another lie. Game Developers Conference Board is complicit as one of their directors directly joined in the Cancel Pig campaign. All this over an April Fool's joke, folks. Just April Fool's joke. Just, we're getting married. It's an April Fool's joke. It's just an April Fool's joke. These people lose their minds over April Fool's jokes. Just April Fool's jokes. But it's that doesn't stop. They go even crazier. You ready for this one? Get ready, folks. This is Nutville, and this is why the gaming industry, if they don't separate from these individuals, they're doomed. Because you can't live in Nutville, right? Nutville is fine if you want to be a nut, but if you want to make money, that's not where you go. This again from that Park Place. IGN France editor-in-chief Aaron Lefleur implies Eve's design is Stellar Blade, or excuse me, Eve's design in Stellar Blade is killing women, and accuses gamers of becoming too fragile due to being fed the patriarchy. Again, these are not the kinds of words strung together in a sentence that indicate that you are in a sane plane of existence. IGN France editor-in-chief Erwan Lefroyel recently implied that Shift Up Corporation's design of their main character, Eve, in Stellar Blade is killing women. He also asserted that gamers have become too fragile due to being fed the patriarchy. Now, I want everybody look. Everybody look. Are we all seeing this? This is the image of the woman who is apparently killing women because she's athletically formed. She's not overly muscular. She's not mannish, right? She's feminine. She's athletic. She's slender. She's not, I don't see anything here that's over-sexualizing at all. She just looks like a young woman. That's it. As brought to the public attention by former World of Warcraft team lead Mark Kern in a now-deleted comment on IGN France's Celebrate preview, Lefroyel, who also happens to be the author of Fallout, A Tale of Mutation, responded to a comment made by a user who stated, "It's a shame that women also like this character design." Yeah, that's a real shame, I tell you. That it's just a young woman who's not obese. It's just a young woman. She's pretty. She's a pretty young woman. Guys who are afraid of hyper-sexualization as if it were dirty, long live the Neo-Puritans. As translated by X-user Topic899 and shared to X by Kern, Lefroyel responded, "Yes, no problem. Go tell that to the women who are hit, killed, denigrated, or who commit deletion because they cannot live up to the fictional standards expected by men." Folks, these people are nuts. These people are just absolutely, they're bonkers. If this is the case, then turn off the TV when the Olympics come on and hide all of the marble statues from Greece and from Rome, because anything that depicts the ideal human form is going to cause these people to unbearably go into ultra depression. And it's not as if this is something they can't manage, by the way, because all you got to do is put down the Doritos and go to the gym. All right? That's all you got to do. Go run. I know there are people who have medical conditions. I know that obesity is a thing. But also, here's an idea. You don't have to aspire to be perfect either. It's okay to not be perfect. You got love handles? Cool. You got stretch marks from giving birth? Cool. Go live your life. You don't have to be the ideal. Your house doesn't have to be the ideal. Are you going to go lose your mind because there's someone with a nicer, bigger house than you? are you going to aspire that maybe you could go for that? Or maybe it's not worth your time because maybe it's a pain in the butt to maintain that house. And you know what? Maybe it's a pain in the butt to be in absolute perfect physical condition. But that woman's not in perfect physical condition. I mean, she's slender, she's feminine, she's cute, but they've lost their minds. They've just lost their minds. He continued, the problem is not the sexy design in itself, except that it sucks compared to others. But hey, that doesn't matter. But the percentage of males who will only want this type of fictional body in reality. Obviously, we understand that this does not shock people who think that women are objects who must obey and be beaten. This design makes us sigh and roll our eyes, and we laugh. Ha ha ha! Ha ha ha! Yes, we laugh at anyone who needs it, man or woman. But that's it. We're definitely switching to cartoon French now because this man deserves it, because he's now saying that he's laughing at online people who are attracted, folks, to the biological ideal. So not a sane person. Lefebvre concluded, "There's certainly clashing remark in the text, which targets the entire creative process, not necessarily a specific designer or the game director. This is obvious to anyone who knows a little French. Oh, and I do, you can tell by the voice. Only has this impact because a good portion of gamers have become too fragile due to being fed the Patriarchy." So he's mad because we've stopped feeding Ratatouille and we've switched to patriarchy. Folks, you're just consuming patriarchy, patriarchy, patriarchy because of this. A normal-looking young woman. Normal-looking young woman. Normal. I mean, she's pretty. Normal-looking young woman. So, folks, this is where the gaming industry is. This is where the people who run the gaming industry are. This is where the people who commentate on it. This is where the intelligentsia are. They are narcissistic. They are jealous. They are bitter. They are embittered. And frankly, this is not the way that gaming can go and survive. So, dead or alive volleyball, this is not. This is just a normal-looking young woman. And if this offends you or sends you into a mental spiral such that you need help, if this makes you think that the patriarchy is coming to get you at night and you need to check your closet for the patriarchy, then you've got serious problems. And an industry cannot stand when it is being run by people with serious problems. Folks, we'll continue to cover things such as this as DEI continues to either DIE or cause industries to do the same. Folks, it is a battle ongoing in the culture war. The good news is sanity reigns supreme on our side. And what is our side? It's the side that recognizes biological and artistic truth. It's the side that recognizes the economy. It's the side that doesn't believe in communism, but believes in capitalism. It's the side that believes in freedom of choice, freedom of expression, and not spiraling out of control. Oh, and by the way, we also understand how April Fool's works. All right, folks, that's the video for today, but we've got more on the way. 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, coming to you. Don't miss it, not for 1 second. And folks, on the way out the door, consider clicking the like button, share, subscribe, click it, stick it to the algorithms, it's the notification bell, drop a comment down below. Let us know your thoughts. And folks, don't harass any of these individuals. Don't bother them. Don't annoy them. Don't reach out to them. You can't fix crazy. So let it be. Let it be. Folks, wherever you are and whatever you're doing, keep learning, keep growing, and keep having fun.
Wilton, what are you doing?
Well, word on the street is the culture war has officially made it to the doorstep of that park place. And I realized Jonas has no one there who loves him. So I thought I should go and protect them.
Yeah, okay. You know that's not, how you do this, right?
Do what? Fight? Don't worry, Floral. I will not be intimidated by a criminal threat.
Threat? Wilton, don't be ridiculous.
What does it matter to me? I have only one life to lose.
I mean, I totally expected you to die walking into traffic, but,
they may take our lives, but they'll never take our freedom!
Okay, just stop. Ugh. This is just nonsense. You already have one of the easiest and most effective tools and weapons at your fingertips.
My axe?
No. The truth. Stay smart and ready to tell and share the truth by keeping up to date with WDW Pro, That Park Place, as well as Valiant Renegade.
And Jonas? I mean, he does things with Vash, and that's not very reassuring. That's like putting two helpless chipmunks into a piranha pond.
That's neither true nor accurate. Unlike the team from that park place.
Sue me.
Ugh.